I want to talk about benefit of sexual intercourse. Benefits of sexual intercourse. By the virtue of my profession, I perceive so many people don't know what advantage is in having sex, and that is why you have it, commonly affecting couples even these days. A lot of problems that when you dig deep, you probe inappropriate sexual intercourse. It has a lot of benefits that we seems not to know. One thing I want to call your attention to that, when God ordains something, if you look at it critically, there will be some wonderful advantage in it. But because, I wouldn't know, maybe the environment or whatsoever reasons, the enemy will want to perverse it so that it will not look interesting and it will affect men who are supposedly, to be enjoying it. In marriage is what we are talking about, not outside marriage, because they are two different things. When there is sexual intercourse outside marriage, whether extramarital, premarital sex, attracts the judgment of hellfire. When you do it outside marriage, it is a sin. Bíbélì sọ pé ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ṣe kíni àgbèrè àbí ìpanṣágà ó ṣẹ̀ kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run nìkan sí ọkàn ara ẹ̀. The person sinned against his or her own soul. I was listening, to somebody, a preacher on the social media. He was trying to tell us that the reason why couples don't appreciate it is because the devil has perversed it. When you are not married, I'm talking to the singles now. Sexual intercourse dead in gira ló máa ṣe wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé tó bá ti rí ọkùnrin yẹn ó lè jáfẹ́ sọ́nà ó máa kú irọ́ dẹ̀ ni. It is actually lost. Ó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sódà wọ́n á lè dẹ́ṣẹ̀ wọ́n á ṣẹ̀ sí Ọlọ́run wọ́n á bí Ọlọ́run nínú, and the devil will be able to strike them. But tó bá ti wá dìgbà tó yẹ pé ní wọ́n ti ní oore ọ̀fẹ́, a lifetime opportunity or grace to do it, they will be running away from the thing. Can't you see that it's ironical? Wá débẹ̀ tán wọ́n ní ṣe wọ́n á fà akẹ́kọ̀ọ́rí á cause ìjà á cause problem á cause oríṣiríṣi. But outside marriage, if it is premarital or extramarital, you see people running after it. Ọjọ́ kan mò ń wo èèyàn kan, ìyàwó tó ní sílé báyìí bó ṣe fine gan, ó dẹ̀ lọ gbé ìdọ̀tí, nǹkan tí mo lè count ẹ̀ sí nìyẹn. Kí ni mo pè é? Ìdọ̀tí. Ọmọ mi kan ló sọ, ó kàn ń sọ, ó fi ń ṣeré ni o. Ó ní wọ́n á gbé iyán sílé, wọ́n máa da ẹ̀bà láàmú káàkiri ìgboro. That is how some men are. But if you look at those men, it is not their fault. It's because the iyán that they have in the house is not yielding, because they lack understanding of what benefit sexual intercourse has. After introduction, now quickly let me rush through it, because I don't want anything to affect that our main talk. We have spiritual benefits. Number one is that God likes it. Tell your neighbor or your spouse that God likes it. Or you don't believe me? Tí Ọlọ́run bá ti ìgbéyàwó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin àwọn èèyàn méjì tẹ́ pé ní they are meant for each other. Do you understand? When they are having intercourse, God does not hate it that time. Oh. God likes it. In fact, he will be happy that because of the things that it will lead to. Number two, it destroys the work of the devil. Ṣé rí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí kì í ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n kọ́ mi níbi kankan ní the spiritual one, nǹkan tèmi fúnra mi encounter. I experience it, and there are some couples that God has really helped and they actually confirmed it. God likes it. It destroys satanic bondage. Tó ń bá ní ó suffer fún láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọkọ ọ̀run, nǹkan tó lè break bondage yẹn òun ni mò ń sọ fún ẹ yìí o. Ṣé rí nígbà tí mo dé gospel wọ́n diagnose mi fún ọkọ ọ̀run yẹn. Mi ò lọ́kọ sọ́run mi lọ́kọ anywhere. The only person that I'm married to is the perfect will of God for me, and that's my husband. It brings favor and prosperity. My brother-in-law was sharing with me. He said whenever himself and the wife join effort together, prayerfully has intercourse, pé wọ́n máa credit account on the following morning. Mi mọ̀ bóyá máa ń ṣe yín bẹ́ẹ̀, but I have confirmation in the house. It fosters love. Nǹkan gógó tó máa ń ran ìfẹ́ lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. Mo dẹ̀ wá notice pé tí àwọn méjì tó jẹ́ couple tó bá ti ń gbé pọ̀ tó ní sexual consummation, it will get to a time that will be looking alike. Wọ́n máa jọra, àbí mo parọ́ ni? They will be looking alike. They want to wọnú ara, májẹ̀mú, ẹ̀jẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ ti flow across that boundary. That person, Bíbélì sọ pé ní wọ́n ti di ìkan. They are no longer two, but one. Because what they are doing is outrightly according to the perfect will of God. It increases intimacy and closeness. You know, the more they live together in mutuality, in unity, in sexual consummation, you see that there's intimacy, there is closeness, and there is agreement. It fosters unity and agreement. I remember whenever there is a challenge in my home, pastor and Kimowa mi wa àdúrà agreement la fẹ́ gbà yẹn. And by the time we pray, only matter 10 minutes. Táwọn nìkan bá fẹ́ pray. You know, sometimes he will tell you that he will pray for like 6 hours and so on. He will go for prayer walk. That is his own personal prayer. But this one, agreement, by me only matter 30 minutes. Maybe 1 hour. And tebari sheti àdúrà yẹn máa ń ṣe, ó máa lágbára gan. Only if couples should, you know, I don't know, should discover this mystery and begin to make use of it. The prayer of agreement of two people who are meant for each other is a very powerful prayer. And God will help us to understand it in Jesus' name. Yes, let me go to psychological benefit now. It reduces depression. Research and studies have been done all over the world. They discovered that sexual intercourse reduces what? Depression and anxiety. Tí bá ti kó nǹkan sókè báyìí bóyá níbi iṣẹ́ náà tuntun bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà wọn tí bá ti délé. By the time he just speaks, there is a language I used to use. He said, don't worry, be happy. You know, do you understand? And he would just say that. And by the time, you know, to get one, you just see everything disappear from my mind. It reduces overall stress, both psychologically and emotionally. It increases self-esteem. You would be happy within yourself. And it increases libido. Then you'll be able to sleep well. Cherry sleep, yeah? Women in the house, you can testify. After the action, in my home, we call it action. So I'll be using the slogan. At least when I say action now, you understand what I mean. Abi? Do you understand? Like, I like your response. Immediately after action, my husband will sleep. Mama sọ pé ògùn orun náà lò. Do I have a witness in the house? Kó tó máa di 3 minutes. Wọ́n ti horun. Ìgbà míì inú á bí mi gan pé. Do you understand? Because ọkàn wọn á balẹ̀, ara ẹ̀ á wálẹ̀. It will be sound upstairs. If you see somebody who is being perpetually denied of sex, the man can't be correct. Ó wà lára nǹkan tó yẹ kó máa ń kanra, á kanra mọ́ everybody níbi iṣẹ́. Ìgbà míì wà lọ́jọ́ kan, ọ̀gá kan kàn kanra bá wọn káàkiri. Èèyàn kan ní ó dẹ̀ ń gbé wọn àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ jà lóru. Bóyá ká ní pé ó fún ní kinní yẹn ni pé kò bá ní máa halẹ̀ mọ́ mi. Pé ìyẹn ní ìgbà yẹn ní ìbá ti ní wá síbi iṣẹ́ náà, ibi kúkú jókòó sílé kọ́nsẹ́tù ẹ̀ kó tó di pé ó wá síbi iṣẹ́. Ènìyàn kan máa kanra kiri ní inú ẹ̀ ò ní dùn. It will not be okay. Medically, the other one that I've just shared is the psychological form. Medically, see, sexual intercourse is not for procreation alone, no. That because you want to give birth. And you're going to be about to be more quick. You are an adult already. It's not like that. You can see the benefits now. Then, medically, it lowers blood pressure. Can you believe it? Because immediately after, you will notice that your muscles are relaxed. Your brain is relaxed. Like, after a while, you fall asleep. All of those ones is lowering the blood pressure. There is reduced risk of heart diseases. Go and do your studies. These things, they are facts that have been established through researches and studies. That sexual intercourse, perpetual or regular sexual intercourse, does what? Reduces risk of heart disease. Tebari àwọn èèyàn tí some people that their wives or their husband deny sex at home, they will get outside there with a side chick and have heart attack. Some of them will drop dead. It's because they are doing it against their will. Sometimes you may not know. Even they themselves may not know. It reduces stroke. Do you know what stroke is? Medically they call it cerebrovascular diseases. When somebody is having regular sexual intercourse, whether for female or for male, you have a percentage reduction of having or developing stroke. Then it burns calorie. Energy. You flex your muscle, you do some other gymnastics, and before you know it, it's as if you have exercised. Some of the men, me, will be breathing heavily immediately after ejaculation. And this one is one of the reasons why it is very okay. You burn excess calorie because you have just exercised. Then it boosts immune system. You won't believe it, that sexual intercourse has effect on the immune system. It will increase it. The cells of the body are happy. They are happy. That's how it is. Do you understand? It relieves menstrual pain. Many women will be having cramps and all this premenstrual syndrome and so on. Regular sexual intercourse will reduce it. Because the hormone that regulates the monthly cycle is part of the thing that this sexual intercourse deals with oxytocin. It will make the muscles relax. So, it has effect on that too. It increases fertility. Many people one woman, one de mama for one. How will it happen? When you are looking for babies and you are running away from where you can get it from. Then it reduces naturally. Pain is a pain reliever, analgesic, natural analgesic. What did I call it? Pastor, our pastor has a testimony because I can still remember. There was a time our big daddy here was having cramps in his maybe back or leg or something. I was looking for analgesics to give him. In fact, to the point of giving injection. Pastor now said that the Spirit of God told him that I should go and meet mommy. Initially, I didn't get the meet. Later, I now understand that the action also. And by the time the action happened, that didn't confirm. Be pain lies here, analgesic, lies diazepam. The pain disappeared. Do you understand? That is what this medical study is confirming. That you have natural pain relief from sexual intercourse. Then it protects against endometritis. It's a big medical word. But EBT, the tissue inside there, a human manipulates me. The tissue will be found somewhere else and will be causing excruciating pains for that person. When you have sexual, in fact, that is just it. Tí Ọlọ́run bá ti dá nǹkan ní ọ̀nà tó tọ́ pé báyìí ni kò ṣe ṣe, tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kò lè cause oúnjẹ tó jẹ yẹn ò lè sápá ẹ lórí sà. It will not affect you. I'm telling you, because it is God ordained. Then for men, please listen carefully to these two last points for this session. For men who has penile vaginal intercourse, please, do we understand that language? Oh my God, how do I explain? Penile vagina, penis to vagina. You know, you have different forms of sexual intercourse. You have oral intercourse. You have anal intercourse. Those two are not included. For people who have vagina into penis into vagina, do you now understand? Yoruba ló bá lágbára báyìí. One need downstairs to downstairs. So ye wa. Ẹ̀rí ní àwọn ní èṣù ti sọ ayé di ìdàkudà débi pé àwọn ẹlòmíì máa ń ki nǹkan ọmọkùnrin sẹ́nu. wọ́n á kì í sínú ibi tí ìgbẹ́ ti ń jáde. Gbogbo ẹ̀ sex náà máa ń pè é lórúkọ tó ń jẹ́. Ìyẹn kọ́ là ń sọ. Ibi tí Ọlọ́run ṣètò ẹ̀ sí, ó ní ti nǹkan ọmọkùnrin ọtọkùnrin sínú nǹkan ọmọkùnrin ti obìnrin, àbí? À ń sọ pé ó ní advantage báyìí, kò ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ́nu o, àbí tó ní ọ̀nà mùṣú. Do we now understand? Penile to vaginal intercourse has less risk of developing prostate cancer. Do we understand what I've just said? For men who are 50 and above, there is increased chance of prostate enlargement, from enlargement to cancer. Now, research is now bringing it out. There are people who have regular penis to vagina intercourse, sexual intercourse. That chance of having cancer is reduced. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí? Kẹ́ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa deny ọkọ yín tó bá sọ pé ó yá. Then, when there is increased ejaculation, you know what ejaculation means? If you know it, let me see your hands up. Wave it to Jesus. Ejaculation. Nǹkan tó túmọ̀ sí báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ ní Yorùbá yẹn náà? Kára ènìyàn wálẹ̀ tí ọkùnrin bá ti dé orgasm after some times á release, thank you, tó bá ti release bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ara ẹ̀ á wá wálẹ̀. Tó bá lè máa release bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn at least 2 times per week, wọ́n ní ó máa ń fi kún ọjọ́ orí ọkùnrin. The person will live a little higher. Can we hear that? It is a well-known study. I'm not fabricating it. If you go online, you will see all of these things. Yes. Ó máa ń jẹ́ kí ẹ̀mí wọn gùn. When they have regular ejaculation at least 2 times in a week, it reduces mortality by about 50%. Can you see? Ẹ̀mí ènìyàn á gùn sí. Ẹ̀mí ọkùnrin á gùn sí. It is a research that has been done and concluded. Ìyàwó mélòó ló fẹ́ kẹ́mi ọkọ ẹ̀ gùn bí? Ẹ náwó sókè ni. Ẹ máa fún wọn ṣe. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ara nǹkan tí kíní wà fún nìyẹn. Kí ni mo ní kẹ́ máa ṣe? Ẹ̀yin ìyàwó ẹ máa fún àwọn ọkọ yín ṣe. Ẹ máa yọ̀ǹda fún wọn. As much as you are married. Ibi tó wá kù sí tí màá fẹnu bà kí n tó máa lọ ní pé tẹ́ ẹ bá ti fún wọn ṣe ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni o. Ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run kan ló ń sọ, the person was sharing it, pé Ọlọ́run lè lùyàn pa because of that singular reason. Tó o bá ti fún ṣe tó ń jẹ́ kó jìyà. Torí sexual intercourse yẹn, dádì wa ń bí wọ́n kà fún wa nínú ìwé 1 Corinthians 7 lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ó sàn kí ọkùnrin kó má fọwọ́ kan obìnrin. But torí ìbálòpọ̀ iná ṣe sọ pé ní kóníkálukú ní ìyàwó àbí ọkọ tiẹ̀. So everybody should do what? Every wife or couple pay attention to this thing. It's not for women alone. Ẹ̀yin ọkọ náà ẹ máa fún ìyàwó yín ṣe. Whenever she's requesting, ó lè má fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ, but tó bá ti ń tap ẹ tó ti ń ṣe kínní, you understand that action ló fẹ́ yẹn, and then you give it. God will bless us in Jesus' name. Whether if you have hyposexuality, there are some conditions in which that person is not just interested. You know, obìnrin ó lè jẹ́ ọkùnrin, ó náà pè ní hyposexuality. Kí ni mo ló ń jẹ́ o? Hyposexuality is a medical condition, but ó dẹ̀ ń pè ní ó tún ní version yẹn nínú spiritual. Mommy wa ìyá Nísírẹ́lì wà ń bí, senior pastor wà ń bí, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ṣe deliverance bí ní every Thursday. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ lè gbéra yín wá. Tó bá dẹ̀ yẹ pé ní bóyá wọ́n ti access ẹnìyẹn tí kì í ṣe spiritual ni ó ràn, medical, do you understand? Assistance is also available for whosoever is suffering from that. Ṣé wàá mọ nǹkan tó máa ń jẹ́ káwọn obìnrin wọ hyposexuality ń gbà míì? òun ni tí ò bá ti sí ìdùnnú, inú dídùn ló ṣe kí ni o ló máa móríyá. Mo ń bá Mr. Steve sọ̀rọ̀, mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ wá sí dinner's cup o. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn kan ò sí ń bí báyìí. A wò á ní ṣé kóun náà wá kórìn ṣìọ̀ṣìọ̀ wọ bí. Ó wá dalẹ̀, ó wá nawọ́ jáde, kò tiẹ̀ ní dá ẹ lóhùn. Tó bá ní lára jù gan, á gé ẹ jẹ. Do you understand? So you have to like make her happy, meet the need in the house, provide for the needs, and assist for the chores. Obìnrin mi á ṣiṣẹ́ látàárọ̀ bí àṣekú. Tó bá ti wá dalẹ̀ tó ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn tó kàn ní kó máa sùn báyìí, ìyẹn á wá nawọ́ dé. Ó ti lè lọ mọtí gan kó yó. Á kàn ṣe irú ẹnìyẹn ṣe lẹ́yìn kan gba etí fún kò sí. Yes. So if you want adequate and normal, healthy sexual life, make provision for it. If you buy gift for your wife and you appreciate her from time to time, when you say you need her, she will not deny you. God will bless you. I say God will bless every home here. If you are blessed by this session, let me see your hands up. Appreciate God. Appreciate God. Thank you very much.